On this edition of Jag TV, we look into an upcoming event on Main Street and see what Community Unity Week is all about. This is Jag TV.
Broadcasting from the Jaguar studio in the heart of Blue Springs South High School. This is award-winning Jag TV.
Welcome to this edition of Jag TV. I'm Madeline Padgett.
And I'm Evan Cook.
Every fall, the city of Blue Springs gets excited for this incredible annual event.
Here's Robert to tell us all about Fall Fun Fest.
What have you been planning to do this fall? Focus on school or work? Or does a bit of an extension on your summer break sound a lot better? I thought so. This very Friday, the annual Blue Springs Fall Fun Festival will be occurring. I was able to get a chance to speak to Dixie Robinson, who is a part of the Blue Springs Chamber of Commerce, to find out what we can expect to be different this time around.
We have a lot of great things coming to Fall Fun Fest this year. There are a lot of things that we've had that people get used to, like Timmy Burgers and our carnival and our parade. But we actually have quite a few new vendors coming, things that you're all going to want to look forward to. But most importantly, we have our live white tiger exhibit coming to the Blue Springs Fall Fun Festival. They're two siblings, about 3 or 4 years old, and you're going to be able to go in and talk with their handlers and watch them feed and ask questions and interact with them. And so that's the most exciting and newest thing that we have coming.
Sounds amazing, right? Well, to further your interest just a little bit more, I got a chance to speak to Catherine Wilbers, who is one of the leaders of the Timmy Burger booth at this year's Fall Fun Fest. I asked her about what she thought of the upcoming event.
My husband and I have been volunteering at the Timmy Burger booth for about 20 years, so that's what I do at Fall Fun Fest. That's what I'm looking forward to. It's a good time with a lot of friends from my church and a really good burger.
This festival will be open from Friday, September 14th to Sunday, September 16th. It will be occurring down at 1000 West Main Street in Blue Springs. And for further information, go to bluespringsfallfestival.com. I hope a lot of people come on down for this truly fantastical experience. This has been Robert Dell with Jag TV.
Thanks, Robert. Sounds like a great way to spend a weekend.
Yeah, and I can't believe they're getting white tigers. We'll have to go down to see that.
Yeah, but here at South, we have something exciting happening too. Here's Grant to tell us about what Jaguars are doing for the community.
Blue Springs South has been hosting Community Unity Week for as long as the school has been around. This year, Senate tells us why they're so excited.
My favorite part about Community Unity Week is getting to collect up all the stuff and see just how much the school has donated, and then getting to go to Community Services League, and they have to actually bring in a truck to hold all of the stuff that we donate because they don't even have space in their building to hold everything that they donate. So.
Make sure to bring in items to your 5th hour so that you can fill the bingo board and so that we can defeat Blue Springs by bringing in more items.
Community Services League is an organization that helps to collect food and make sure that it gets distributed to people in our area. It works as sort of as the local food bank.
Your teacher communications come and count up all of the items that you get, and then we box it up, we count all the items, and then we take it off to Community Services League for you guys.
So this is a real opportunity for Blue Springs South to continue a tremendous legacy that we started years ago.
Again, Community Unity Week here at Blue Springs South is held on September 17th through the 21st. We hope to see all you Jacks participate by bringing in your non-perishable items and canned goods as we try and bring in more items in Blue Springs High School. For Jag TV, I'm Grant Wall. Back to you.
Thanks, Grant. This summer, the Blue Springs School District welcomes some furry friends. 2 canine officers, Ado and Juno, were paired with Officer Russ and Officer Devin, and are specifically trained to enhance our school safety. But there is something a little different about these pups, their social skills. Along with their assigned tasks, these dogs have been trained to interact with students and staff. So don't be afraid to say hello to our new Paw Patrol here at South.
And I'm sure you've heard rumors about new devices since the bond issue passed. The new devices are expected to be Surface Go tablets. Testing will begin in 2 to 3 weeks with Student Senate, and it's expected that seniors will be the first to receive devices in October. Mr. Bogue here at South says it could be a little longer or shorter, depending on when Microsoft ships the tablets.
After the break, we find out the latest in South teachers, sports, and reminders, and more when Jag TV returns.
There are first days, long days, day after day after day, and days you've worked so hard for. So today, let's focus on turning your retirement dreams into reality. Because to solve the big challenges of tomorrow, take simple steps today. At Country Financial, when you're ready to start, we're ready to help.
Call your financial representative, Stephen Perch, at 816-795-6232.
Watching a cow.
Oh, what's it doing?
Impressions.
The Egg White Grill, so you can bring on the day.
I had gotten a chip in my tooth, and I was obviously mortified. I hadn't seen a dentist in quite a number of years. I had seen the advertisement for Dahlquist Dental on Jag TV, and I gave them a call. They fixed me up. It was phenomenal. The people were great. I have since had 2 fillings for cavities, regular cleans. And I have no interest in seeing another dentist. They're great. They do great stuff, great people, and I'm definitely going to keep going back.
What's up, Jag Nation? Tristan Harris here with this week's sports updates. Last Friday, our varsity football squad had a huge game against the Lee Summit West Titans. Our Jaguars had an amazing game. Just look at this beautiful run from senior running back Dakota Koenig.
Well, I was going to say, that's certainly no pushover.
No.
And it is again going to be Koenig left side. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Blue Springs South.
The game ended in a tough 43-13 loss. Make sure to come show your support for our football team this Friday at home against Rockhurst High School. Girls softball remains undefeated after a huge 10-1 victory against our crosstown rival, Blue Springs High School. Last Tuesday in that game we had some huge performances, including a home run and 3 RBIs by sophomore Tori Bradley. This coming week will be jam-packed with games from rain delays this week. Girls volleyball keeps rolling with a big win against Grain Valley last Tuesday. The matchup went only 2 sets before we could claim victory. Senior Hannah Lepore had an impressive performance with 8 kills to lead our Jaguars to a win. On Thursday we hosted Park Hill and added another win to our record by winning the first 2 sets. Just look at this impressive spike from senior Hannah Lepore. We played 2 impressive sets to win the competition. Thursday we head to Raymore Peculiar for a tough matchup and to keep our undefeated season going. This has been Tristan Harris with Jag TV. Now to Jackson, Maine with some reminders.
Thanks, Tristan. First off, there will be a college planning and financial aid night for seniors from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. on September 11th. As for Blue Springs South itself, the first grading period will end on September 21st. Now let's move on to the homecoming events at the end of this month. First is the homecoming parade on September 27th at 6 p.m. The next day, students at South can get their picture retakes, will have their grade cards issued out, and can go see the homecoming football game later that night on the 28th. And finally, I hope you have been taking some dance lessons because the homecoming parade starts at 7 p.m. on the 29th of September with its shockingly great theme, Electric Love. Well, that's all for reminders. Now here's Tristan with City State Nation.
Thanks, Jack. Here's what's going on in Blue Springs. A new IHOP just recently opened on Coronado and is now accepting job applications, and the Blue Springs Parks and Recreation Department is planning to make renovations to the Beers Old Mill Park, including replacing the tennis court with a splash pad and replacing the existing playground with a new playground. In statewide news, the Kansas City Zoo is planning to bring the experience of the ocean to Kansas City residents by adding an aquarium, the construction of which will include around 750,000 gallons of salt water and is expected to be finished by the spring of 2022. In addition, the Missouri Department of Revenue has asked for an extension to comply with the Real ID Act, or else come October 10th, driver's licenses from Missouri and other non-compliant states will no longer be accepted as identification at airports without a passport. And finally, in national news, Florida was recently hit by a tropical storm called Gordon. Only one death has been reported so far, but the storm could be a potential threat to the rest of the Gulf Coast. And as such, a hurricane warning has been put in place. In addition, during a sting operation, the FBI recovered the pair of ruby slippers worn by actress Judy Garland in the 1939 film The Wizard of Oz, which were previously stolen from the Judy Garland Museum in Minnesota back in 2005. That's it for City State Nation. This is Tristan Davis of Jag TV. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome to Big Frog. This is our store. These are our t-shirts. This is our printer. It's really fast. These are our professional graphic designers, our free professional graphic designers. At Big Frog, you can have the shirt you want, fun, fast, and price-striped. We stock all kinds of apparel in tons of colors and styles, and we have a 24-hour turnaround. That means no more waiting forever for your order to arrive in the mail. We love what we do here at Big Frog, so bring your team, club, family, and friends to Big Frog in Independence, where fun is always celebrated.
Hey Jags, Matt Mitchell down at Culver's. Have you ever wondered why things taste so amazing when you come to Culver's? It's because it's fresh. We make it just for you. When you say, I want a burger, someone starts making a burger. When you want French fries, someone starts cooking French fries. We also make fresh frozen custard throughout the day. It's always within an hour of fresh when you eat it. Not something that's been packed and sitting around the freezer forever. It's fresh, it's delicious, it's so creamy. So come see us down at Culver's. We can't wait to have you.
Welcome back, Jags. For the past several years, our Jaguar Pride has marched its way up the national rankings.
Last year, they made it to the finals of the Super Regionals in Indiana. This year, they're aiming even higher. Here's Reese with the scoop on our very own Jaguar Pride.
Throughout the summer, Jaguar Pride has been working hard to pull the season's show together. This year, it's called One Step Closer and utilizes staircases on the field as well as many innovative marching band techniques.
The one really cool, amazing part about band, different than some other classes, is there's just a giant team. So you're constantly asking students to be a part of a giant team. For instance, like our team's 189 students this year. And you know, it's 189 starters, if you will, on an athletic team, but it's also 189 students in 4 different classes. This year it's actually 5 different classes that have to come together at one time, and we do the product in front of everybody.
After their success in the last season, they aim to push the standard even further.
We're doing a lot more physical activity and we're playing a lot less. So kind of like going more full out in the BOA styled show, which is what they do. They do a lot more physical activity and a lot more performing with their faces. And we're playing a lot less, which allows us to have more energy to be able to perform and express more.
Outside of football games, Jaguar Pride also competes at multiple competitions throughout the season. But they don't perform just for scores. They perform because it's what they love doing.
I really love when we put the whole show together and we're able to watch it as a performance, and you just see how all the pieces click together and it just sounds really cool and it looks really cool and it gives off this really cool vibe.
Music's one of those things that, you know, it's got to be 100% or else it's not as much fun. Even music at 96% just has too many wrong notes, too many wrong things. So really trying to work for that level of perfection is a very challenging and fun opportunity. And you know, it's pretty great to be able to put it on display every week or weekend for judges or parents or a football crowd or anybody else who might happen to show up.
Make sure to check out Jaguar Pride at our next home game. I'm Reese Betts for Jag TV.
Thanks, Reese. Sounds like it's going to be a good season. Now, we have some amazing teachers here at South. It's impossible to spotlight all of them, so Chase is here to tell us about a couple of teachers who really stand out.
We have many new teachers here at South. One of those teachers is Miss Goebel in the English department.
I teach right now 4 classes of sophomores, and then I teach the dual credit English 110 class.
Another new teacher is Mr. Leonard. He is a new special education teacher. He has been teaching for 10 years as an instructional assistant in districts around the area. If you see these teachers in the halls, be sure to welcome them to South. I'm Chase McGraw for Jag TV.
Thanks, Chase. We have a story coming up about our great school spirit, but what if you can't make it to the game to show yours? Luckily, Jag TV has you covered. We broadcast every home game online to make sure that you don't miss a moment of Jaguar football, basketball, soccer, or volleyball. We even broadcast some live choir concerts and band competitions. All you have to do is head to jagtvnews.com and click Watch Live to see the action. That's jagtvnews.com.
And a huge congratulations to the Raider team at Blue Springs South. They placed first out of 24 teams this week, taking the title of Grand Champions at the Clinton Raider meet. Nick Herman also won first place on the male physical fitness test. A great start for the Raider team this year, and we look forward to hearing about their continued success as the season goes on. Jaguar football has had an exciting season so far. The games have been pretty intense.
Yeah, and South has managed to bring unrivaled school spirit to every game. The credit might be due to some particularly rowdy fans who wear boxing gloves. Who are these front row fighters? Isaac is going to tell us more.
The students here at Blue Springs South always look forward to Fridays, not because we get to sleep in tomorrow or the weekend's coming up, but because of football and Friday Night Lights. And it's not just the players that are excited, but also the fans, the superfans that is. The superfans have been an organization of boys at South that allow our players to feed off the student sex's energy by getting them lit and wild. Every year there is always one captain, and that title is passed down from superfan generation to superfan generation. Last year it was Jag TV alumni Patterson Fallis. This year it is the one and only Kale Sikowitz. He's been leading the student section for the first 2 games and it's been pretty successful. However, not many may know what being a superfan actually means, so I went and asked a couple of my fellow superfans and asked for their thoughts on the matter.
It means the whole world to me. It means supporting the school.
It means getting the student section hyped up.
It means supporting your teams even when they're 0-3.
See what I mean about Jaguar spirit? I gotta say, that's one of my favorite things about Jaguar football games. Well, that's all for this edition of Jag TV.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and at jagtvnews.com. I'm Madeline Paget.
And I'm Evan Cook. We'll see you next week on Jag TV.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. Sign up today.